behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Oh, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. Another great interview is coming up, of course, but before we get into that, if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button, the bell button's below you there. And anytime a new episode comes your way, you'll be notified. And leave a comment on the comment section, of course, at the bottom. We'd love to hear from you. And if you check out the description part of this interview as well as the closing credits, we'll have contact info for you, so I hope you'll stay tuned for that. From Barone, New Jersey today, we have Doug Kistner. Very another awesome artist there, and I think you're really going to love this guy. And we'll get to that in a second, but here's another quick word from the Caden Gordon Show. So don't go away. We'll be right back right after this.
It is Caden from the Caden Gordon Show. Today's best country mix. Check out my show at thecadengordonshow.com.
Okay, we're back, and with us from Verona, New Jersey, we have Doug Kistner. Thanks for joining us, Doug.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no problem. We're glad to have you. My first question always is related to, your music, because, everyone gets their start in their own way. And maybe you always wanted to be an artist since you were young. Maybe you fell into it many years later. I mean, everyone has their own story, but go ahead and tell us your story about that.
Well, music is, just been something that I loved early on. And I never really got away from it. So I was always into music from very early on. And I just stayed with it. It wasn't really a thought to move away from it. And I'm still doing it, which is insane.
Yeah, I'm glad that you decided you wanted to be an artist. I mean, obviously, you're really good at what you do, and you'll find out in just a couple of minutes here. Well, tell everybody about your, influences. I mean, the artists that you grew up with that helped influence you to be the artist you are today.
Yeah, probably, influenced by the same great bands of the 70s that everybody was. I mean, it was such a fruitful time for music. That was the time, and it's those bands, the songs from that era are still being played all over the world so much today, as much as it was then, in the 70s. And so all those bands, I was even into heavy metal for a little bit in the early 80s. I was kind of into that, but for the most part, I was more into the bands like the softer rock bands, the with a little bit of jazz, Steely Dan, Chicago, Doobies, but Zeppelin 2, Eagles, all those great bands.
Yeah, there are some great legends right there. Even the Eagles, like you mentioned, Steely Dan, I think you mentioned.
Yep.
Yeah. There were a lot of great bands in the 70s as well as the 80s. So.
Yep, the 80s were great too.
Well, people might want to learn more about you even then. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that? Are you on? Do you have an official website? Are you on social media, streaming media, so forth? Tell everybody about that.
Yes, Studio Deluxe is my project. Studio D''Lux. It's really a recording project. That's why I called it that. And I have a whole bunch of amazing players, players with a great history, including Liberty DeVito on drums. Lee Sklar is on the new song Nothing. Guitarists from Chicago, Keith Howland, John Harrington from Steely Dan, Bill Champlin from Chicago, and his own solo career. There's a bunch of other guys too that are kind of doing it's sort of song by song basis so far. that we're just doing, doing a song that I wrote, and I'll have these guys come in and play on these tunes and they can add what they do to it. So it makes it really special and a really cool project, and really a lot of fun to make and do.
Okay, well, how can we find you there? Do you go to studiodeluxe.com or again?
Exactly.
Streaming?
Yeah. I mean, YouTube and Spotify are streaming all the time. I think Apple you can listen to, but yeah, studiodeluxe.com. We have the website, and yeah, you can stream on Spotify.
Okay. Are you on
YouTube?
Are you on social?
Yeah, we got some videos.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry I interrupted you there. Are you on social media as well? Are you on like Facebook, Instagram?
Yeah, we're on there too. Yeah, we have our video clips. Those clips are like for the short attention span that we were talking about. Yeah, the clips are on there, and yeah, Studio Deluxe. You can find us.
Okay.
At least, yeah, it's new music. It's got the influences of the old stuff, but it's brand new songs, and we really work to make them, make them sound great and say something and have cool arrangements and so on. I hope people dig it.
Okay, well, go everywhere he said. Look up Studio Deluxe and check out his stuff. I know you'll love it. And we just mentioned the song. I think it was "Nothing." I do believe you said.
Yes.
Is there anything else you can tell us about that?
Well, that song is, it's kind of a dark song lyrically. It's a little dark, and the video is too to go along with it. It's got Curtis King singing along with me. Curtis is in Springsteen's band. Lee Sklar is on bass. Liberty's on drums. Keith Hallen's on the guitar, plays a great guitar solo. I'm doing the keyboards and vocals, and I wrote the song. Yeah, it's kind of a dark song, but it's pretty cool.
All right. Well, we're going to check that out in a minute. But before we do, Doug, we want to thank you so much for coming on the show today. You're always welcome back if you want to come back and plug something new in the future, if you'd like. Yeah,
I'm going to start recording a new one soon. So one day, yeah, that would be great.
Okay. Well, here it is, "Nothing" by Doug Kistner, and it begins, Kistner, and it begins right now.
Talking to an empty room, staring at the same old walls. When did it all go wrong? Used to party all night long. How many times must I tell myself it's alright, it's alright? How many nights with an emptiness inside? Waking up from a nightmare with nobody by my side. Hoping, praying someone, hoping, seeing no one. Hoping, praying something, but nothing. How do you just move on after the love is gone? There's a silence in the dark, and it's creeping into my heart. How many times must I tell myself it's alright?